It's on.
It's on. So good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Cumberland County Public Library Board of Trustees. We are meeting via GoToMeeting on Thursday, March 18th. I would like to introduce our special guest this morning. We have with us from the Friends of the Library, the Bordeaux branch, we have Greg Rich. So Greg, you're on.
Yeah, good morning. It's nice to see all of you and hear about your vaccine stories. I'm fully vaccinated as well, so I'm safe. Also another Moderna person. Anyway, okay, so the Friends have been meeting about every other month, as you probably heard already, and we met in March. Our next meeting is in May, okay, and then what we've been doing is continuing to prepare for the time when we can have book sales again, and in particular we're thinking of PPE equipment that people working at the book sales might need. So we've been looking into that kind of thing and just consulting with the people who are most concerned, like the people who would be checking out and people who would be checking in and so on, see what they would be interested in having too. So then, let's see, now the book sales though for January and May have already been canceled because there's still a concern. So the next possibility would be August at this point. And then, so we're, kind of hanging in there, trying to keep track of what's going on to see what's the best way to go. I guess this is the question I saw in Katina's report that the library itself is waiting from the county to give it okay to open, and then so I guess the Friends are somewhere in there too. I know with the donation of books, there's a question of when can they take more books for one thing. Okay, so that's another thing going on. So we'll be waiting to see about that. The next possibility for a book sale would be August, so we'll just have to hang in there and wait and see. But in the meantime, the Friends membership, even without the meetings, there's book sales and so on, even without the book sales, we've been having the meetings, even without the book sales, the Friends membership is 163 as of just a few days ago. So that's still pretty good. It's not like devastating or anything. It's still pretty good membership. And so we're hanging in and just waiting until we can move forward. Any questions from me?
I don't. Thank you, Greg.
Okay. Well, then I'll go ahead and depart then. And thank you again. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve today's meeting agenda. May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the agenda? We'll do a roll call vote because we are online. Katrina, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Irene?
Aye.
Is Dennis on?
Yes, aye.
Thank you. Pamela?
Aye.
Thank you. And Jeremy?
Aye.
And Ann?
Aye.
Thank you very much. So now we'll move on to, I make a motion to approve the February 18th, 2021 meeting minute. May I have a second for that?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on the meeting minutes? No? Okay, so again, another roll call vote on that. Katrina?
Aye.
Thank you. Irene?
Aye.
Thank you. Dennis?
Aye.
Thank you. Pamela?
Aye.
Jeremy?
Aye.
And Ann?
Aye.
Thank you very much. So now we will move on to the interim library director's report. Ms. Jones?
Good morning again, everyone.
Morning.
Today, I would like to introduce to you one of our newer librarians. She is the Information Services Librarian 1 at West Branch Library, Ashley Johnson. Ashley, will you tell us a little bit about yourself this morning, please?
Okay, I was making sure my camera was on. So hi everyone, my name is Ashley Johnson. I'm from Reedsville, North Carolina. I was originally an elementary.
We can't hear you.
I know, Ashley, I know your audio is on, but I'm not hearing you.
We can't hear you.
Just a whisper.
Yes.
Pretty loud.
And she froze.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hello, I'm from Reedsville, North
It's a little
Carolina,
better. Yes.
and I attended UNCG, and I got my bachelor's in elementary education. I taught for 4 years, and then I left teaching for a little bit to get my MLIS at UNCG. And then I went back to the school system for 1 more year. I taught 3rd grade for 4 years and 4th grade for 1 year. And then after, teaching for those 5 years, I decided to go ahead into librarianship. So this is my first official library job, but I'm really enjoying West Regional. Everybody has made me feel really welcome, and I'm glad to be here.
We're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
West Regional is my branch, so you and I might be seeing each other.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
And we'll continue with the interim library director's update.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen okay?
Yes.
So for the month of the last half of February to now, so we are still working on outreach. We have delivered Cliftons, and we have delivered, we're here for you half sheets to remind people in the community where the resources are, that if there are things that they need, as well as to remind them that we are here for them as well. To give you all a virtual learning center update, the daily average has been approximately 32 for all 6 locations. We were going to say that starting Monday, March the 22nd, the North and Cliffdale locations were going to be closed. However, we received notification yesterday that the last day for the VLCs is going to be Friday, April the 9th. That is the last official day. And until then, Cumberland County Schools are going to continue providing lunches, and the Cumberland County Extension Department will continue providing virtual programming. And from all accounts, the Extension Office enjoys programming with our students, and the students and the staff love the programs that the Extension Department provides.
So, Katina, do I understand then that since the 9th is going to be the last day, did you decide not to close those 2 on the 22nd? Okay.
Yeah, yes. Because we were thinking that would be too much upheaval for the students. They've already had a pretty bumpy year, totally virtual. So we don't want to add to that. They've gotten comfortable being at North. So we're going to let them stay where they are until the last official day of April 9. Service by the number. So for February 2021, curbside service, which is basically where customers can come and pick up their materials. We actually had 4,303 that was served. I think those were some very happy customers. For February, curbside print, scan, copy, and fax, we have 526 transactions. For live chat reference service, we answered 94 questions from February the 13th to March the 11th. Virtual programming by the numbers. So from February the 13th to March the 12th, our craft programs had 760 reaches. Our preschool programs had a little over 1,800 reaches. Our school age programs had a little over 1,400. And our teen stream programming had a little over almost 1,900 reaches. Recently, March the 11th, we had our very first live streaming jazz concert, and we had 108 people to attend that program. The programmer performed his own music, and he has recently sent us an MP4 file of additional music performance that we can post on Facebook for a couple of weeks as well. And I think for our first time, that was very, very well attended. So we were very happy with that. And there's a screenshot of his performance. So, drum roll, please. So, April the 10th, we're going to start weekend curbside service. The hours are going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at all 8 locations. So that's what's coming. We were looking at first we were looking at the very first weekend in April. But however, we have a Good Friday, which means the staff is going to be off that day before. So we were like, let's drop it down and start that very next weekend. So that's what we're going to do. And since the last day of the VLC is going to be April the 9th, we can easily slide in and we'll have the staffing that we need to provide weekend curbside service starting on April the 10th.
Thank you. You just made my friends very happy.
Awesome.
Yay!
A lot of people's day, let me tell you.
Awesome. Okay, so Cliffdale. I'm calling it a minor renovation, but I think every shelf, every book stack, every desk, every service point, every carpet square has been touched. Cliffdale received new carpeting throughout the entire branch. And while they were closed for that, they were closed for a month for that. So while they were closed, we also used that time to do a rearranging of the stacks area. So when the libraries do reopen, please go by Cliffdale. I think you all will be pleasantly surprised. It looks really, really good. And I'm sharing a few of the pictures with you. And you will see in the very second picture there, let me see if I can cover my mouse, that second picture, they really hustled moving the books with the bookshelves with the books still on the shelf. So they worked really hard. We also, while they were closed, they have gotten their glass installed at the circulation desk. So like I say, when Cliffdale reopens, please stop by and see the newly renovated space and the new rearrangement. It looks really, really good. And my last image for the day is one of the county manager, Amy Cannon, County Commissioner Chair Charles Evans, and Cece Leopard. And they were reading, they read Green Eggs and Ham for Cumberland County Schools, and they used our library space to do that. They were actually upstairs in headquarters to do that. So that was a fun event, and I think that it was well received. So, but that is my report for today. What questions do you all have?
On the weekend hours, is that Saturday and Sunday or just Saturday?
Just Saturday.
Baby steps.
Yeah, and I have a quick question about the virtual learning centers, and with it, the way the school system has Wednesdays as being everyone virtual.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think it. Those Wednesdays won't be virtual learning center Wednesdays for the library after the 9th, right?
Okay, so what happens is once school went in session, we were doing, actually starting this past Monday, we were doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday for the virtual learning centers.
Okay.
Wednesdays are remote learning, no live instruction, so we were not offering the virtual learning centers.
Okay.
Since the students will be in school full-time Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, starting April the 12th, we're not going to have any virtual learning centers at all.
Like none at all. Okay. I just was wondering. Thank you. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
We have no old business, so we will move on to new business, and we have a report from Jessica Jones.
Good morning, everyone. I think the last time I saw you all was when I was brand new and I had just introduced myself for the first time. So it's good to see you all again. I don't have a PowerPoint for you guys, but I do have a little bit of information about what I've been doing since I got here in October. So I've been taking this time that we've been closed to reach out to area partners and introduce myself. So I have spoken with Urban Ministries, NC Works, the Ramsey Street Alternative School, and the Juvenile Detention Center. And before the county shut us down completely to outside programs, I did a couple programs with Urban Ministries. I went over there at the end of November and the beginning of December. The first program I did was a career aptitude test, and I also did a college prep. And so I think they were pretty well received. The students seemed pretty engaged, especially in the aptitude test, so that was good. And we got a lot of interesting career options for them. I've also been, I also was involved in the Harry Potter book night that we had in February. I helped write the escape room, if any of you guys were able to participate. And that was a lot of fun. We had a little over 30 people who actually started the test. So, or the, sorry, not the test, the escape room. So that's some great numbers. And I wanted to give you guys some updates on things that are in the planning process right now. For me as an individual, I'm going to be working on a series of programs called Just Eats, where I do basic cooking or decorating or basically a food program. And it's targeted at teens and new adults, but it's going to be virtual so anybody can watch it. I am not a very experienced cook myself, so I'm going to be teaching myself how to do these things and then teaching our patrons, so that'll be exciting. I'm also planning a comic book club for to debut the 2nd of May. So I'm hoping to get a lot of involvement from those target age ranges of teens and new adults. Obviously, you guys know that summer reading is going to be happening virtually starting in June. So we've got a lot of really cool things planned for that already. In talking with some of the youth services librarians, I know that one is planning a mini writing conference, and there's going to be a writing competition. Some authors are going to come and talk, so that's going to be really exciting. And I actually got approval yesterday to provide monetary prizes for the teens who participate in the writing competition. So that'll be really fun. Yes, it's in May. They're doing what they are referring to as a nerd market. It's going to be downtown, and if I understand correctly, there's just going to be a bunch of tables set up with people selling nerd memorabilia and crafts and the like. So the library is going to have a table there to represent ourselves. And so what's coming up for April in particular, next month, it seems like everything's happening all at once. We are celebrating National Library Week. So we'll have some social media information about that, some social media posts. We also will be doing a poetry workshop, a poetry writing workshop, and a nerd slam with LJ, who we've worked with in the past to do similar programs. And we also will be celebrating Science Month next month. So that's still in the works. I'm gonna need to meet with some of the other youth services librarians to see what the teen librarians will be doing. So then in September, we will be doing LibrariCon again. It will be virtual again this year. So I'm really looking forward to that because it's really right in my wheelhouse, a lot of things that I'm already interested in. And then finally, I want to share with you guys some of the ideas that I have been developing during this time that we've been closed for potential projects. I would like to set up a table probably towards the end of April at the Dirtbag Ales Farmers Market to encourage our patrons to come and see us. I also want to reach out to the academic librarians once college starts to do maybe a partner program of discussing why it's a good idea to have both a library card to the university library and a public library card. I've also been in discussion with 2 other librarians here at headquarters to plan what we're calling a fandom club, where we explore different fandoms such as like Harry Potter, DC Comics, Marvel, even stuff like cosplay. So I think that's going to be really fun and really exciting. And then finally, when I was invited to do a table at the Nerd Market, I also found out that there is a Comic-Con here in Fayetteville, which is at the end of April. So I'm hoping that I could maybe represent the library there as well. So that's about all for the programs. The last thing that I just want to let you guys know is that I am learning about collection development, and I have been doing some selecting for the nonfiction collection. So lots of stuff to be excited about.
Thank you, Jessica. Sound like you're super busy. I'm gonna look forward to that. I'm glad.
I just want to say all of that sounds amazing, and
Yeah.
if I can support it, I'd be happy to. It sounds really great.
I
Oh, thank
agree.
you, Jerry.
Same here. Great ideas. Love it.
Thank you all.
Love the community outreach. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's great.
So
Thank you.
make sure you put this reaction on your performance evaluation. It just
Definitely.
Thank you all.
great job.
Questions or comments for Jessica? Jessica, we love you. We love what you're doing. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Moving on to other business. Does anyone have any other business? Okay, I do have some. I just want to give an update on the search for a library director. So I'm just going to quick bullet points. So under the leadership of Dr. Steve Strauss of Developmental Associates, LLC, 5 candidates moved forward in the process. 1 actually withdrew before the prior to the assessment center. Each of the 4 candidates participated in 4 exercises in the assessment center. This is a center that is set up as part of Developmental Associates program. And the 4 assessment centers consist of a writing center, a coaching role play, conducting a meeting, and conducting a presentation or doing a presentation. Prior to the assessment center, the candidates did participate in an emotional intelligence assessment, which is one of the signature components of the work of developmental associates. Interviews have taken place. The interview committee consisted of County Manager Amy Cannon, Assistant County Manager Sally Shutt, Deputy County Manager Wayne Holder, Vice Chair Irene Grimes, and myself, Belinda Wilkerson. And we will have a more detailed update soon. So we just wanted to let you know where we were in the process.
Can I add something, Belinda, real quick?
Yeah.
I don't want to say that I was a skeptic before the process started, but I wasn't sure what to expect. I just want to tell y'all I am really impressed on how thorough the process has been. So I know there has been some talk out there that it's taking a little while, but it has been so thorough, and I can't say enough positive things about how this has taken place.
Yeah, it has been an amazing process to sit through and to see the different aspects of it. It's a process unlike any that I've seen. So I was really glad to have the opportunity to take part in it.
Yeah, I can wholeheartedly second that, and I think it's been very thorough and extremely impressive.
Okay, any other comments, questions, concerns? Okay.
Thank you for the update.
You're welcome. Thank you for listening. With that being said, I am going to call this meeting to an end. I'm going to adjourn it. I think that might be one of the quickest ones we've had.
Right up there. Thank you.
One next.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. You all have a great day.
Thanks, you
Have a
too.
great day, everyone.
Jessica, keep doing the great work you're doing.
Have a good